when I redid my twist. Okay, my flat twist. So here they go. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, it looks good. So you see how it's rolled here? See how there's a little roll with the bobby pin? See? Okay. All right, some of y'all watched the last video. So the method I use, first let me talk about the 4C twisting that I used, the method that I used. There's two type of flat twists. There's the flat twist where you're not twisting the hair all the way over to create a rope looking twist. And then there is the literally where you're keeping the hair pressed against the scalp and just putting the hair over. You're not actually trying to create a rope. So I didn't create like a rope. I basically just flat twisted where it's just like this. Flat, 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 flat. But there is also the hoop flat twist where you're going like this down. Okay. Now I talked about just now the two type of flat twists. The flat pressed against the head twist, like I did. And then there's the raised rope where you're twisting it up high to create a rope looking look to it. Okay. Now I'm going to show y'all about baby hair. I'm so sick of seeing people doing baby hair wrong. Okay, so you can get you something like this. Okay, you can get you this off of Amazon for baby hair. And you can get a light gel for your baby hair so your hair baby hair don't possibly break when it dries. Or you can use the same braiding gel that you use for your flat twist, you can use for your baby hair. Okay, so these are one or two things. The difference is that this gives a firmer hold. This is a looser hold on your baby hair. Okay. Notice the baby hair do got a little comb here, see? And then here's the brush part. All right. Now, when you are touching up your flat twists, if you feel like you didn't do them perfect, you can always put a little bit more braiding gel on. You can just go like that, okay? Rub it in. And you can just always go over where you think you didn't, where it needs to be neater, smoother, okay? So you can do that, like when you're touching up your flat twists. You can just feel around. If you feel any frizzy parts, you can just go over using the baby hair brush, okay, with the braiding gel to make it a little smoother, to smooth it down. Okay. Now let's get into the baby hair. I don't do baby hair a lot because when you force the hair to go in a direction that it don't naturally grow, you risk getting breakage. So when you force the hair to go this way, knowing that your texture grows this way, you risk breakage because you're also putting some firmness on it being in the wrong direction. So I don't recommend doing baby hair every day. I see baby hair for like special occasions. Okay. So if you're going on a date, okay, put your baby hair down. If you're going to a wedding or something's important, you can put your baby hair down. But when you are like, oh, you're just going, you're not doing nothing real special, there's no need to put baby hair down. Now, there's a difference between scalp hair and baby hair, like head hair and baby hair. Baby hair will always be like maybe no more than an inch from the actual line, shape of your scalp, shape of your hairline. So this would be baby hair. See that right there? That would be baby hair. This would be baby hair. This would be baby hair. All those little fine hairs would be baby hair. If you go up like here, that's not baby hair. If you can just go like this and the hair come out short, like kind of short, that's baby hair. Okay? This is getting into baby hair. See that? How I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Some of y'all don't be knowing what baby hair is. That's baby hair. See all the little? That's why it's like little like that. Even when you have textured hair, I mean, even when you have flat iron hair, you'll know baby hair because it's like a half an inch. See? See that right there? That's baby hair. See that? That's baby hair. Okay. All right. Now, baby hair. Okay. Now I need to go get my other mirror so I can explain it. So you can easily just put the braiding, a little bit of the braiding gel on the baby hair. I find that you'll know your baby hair because your baby hair should still like not go into your braids when you do them. The baby hair is kind of always there. Okay, baby hair. So, so braid your hair first, all the way to your legit hairline. If you don't know your hairline, draw, like literally have somebody draw you, and they'll be able to show you where your hairline begins. Okay, an artist can tell you that. Oh, there's your baby hair. All right, now with the baby hair, you're going to simply just you're not even trying to do some perfect scrolly stuff. You're just laying down the baby hair. Okay. Now, because I have my hair gets very coolly, I would have to use a thicker braiding gel. So if it doesn't go down, you just use more. Now with baby hair, you want to make sure you're swooping it back up. Okay. This would be baby hair. It should not look like it's way down on your forehead. If it looks like it's down on your forehead, then it's actually too much. Okay, I'm literally doing this without a mirror, y'all. Like, this is hard because I can't really see. Okay. This would be baby hair. See how that look is just a little bit. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my. I'm gonna let you know in a minute. Give me a second, miss. Give me a second. Okay. Let me get my mirror because baby hair, you have to see it close up. Okay. There we go. Now with baby hair, when you're 4C, it's going to be resistant. So you probably going to have to use a little bit more braiding gel. So notice I'm not forcing anything out of. See, that would probably be baby hair right there. See that? That's baby hair. That's not baby hair. But this is baby hair. See the hairline there? That's baby hair. Okay. See how it's not a lot though? It's really not a lot. It's going into like sideburns. Okay. There. It should look like it's literally just a thin bit of hair. Now, if you have gray hair, it's going to be hard to see the frost. So you're going to have to look close. Now, this is why I don't put down baby hair. Because I think it ruins you can run the risk of it ruining the flat twist, the braid you did. Now, of course, you can do it in steps. You can do it in steps, what I just did. See how I changed it to have it as steps. But I don't like baby hair because to me, it's like, oh, you're trying to confuse the person when they're looking at your hair texture. Okay, so see how generous I have to be with the braiding gel because my hair is not relaxed or nothing. It ain't even pre-straightened. This is me just doing it on strictly 4C hair. Okay. See how the baby hair is down? The baby hair is down. Okay. I did not pre put any baby hair out. So I'm just doing steps. Rows of it. There. See? There. All right. This brush I got off Amazon. It came a part of the kit. The spray bottle kit. Now when we're getting up to the middle ones. Okay. You have to consider the shape of your face when you're doing baby hair too. Some people are putting their baby hair down and it doesn't match the shape of their face. See how I'm making sure mine's go with the shape of my face? Now, here, y'all see why I say you got to be careful about baby hair, because that wasn't baby hair. That was actually a part of my regular hair. It just wasn't it just was a little frizzy. So I didn't pull it out. I didn't pull it out because that would give me a broken edge. So there's this baby hair. Now the baby hair I'm pulling going is what's already out. See that? See that thin little bit of hair there? That's baby hair. Okay. That's baby hair. What people need to realize is when you do baby hair, and you put the gel in, it's going to go darker. People will be able to see it. Now, of course, you can always do a little loop with your finger. Just a little bit to loop the edge. See how I just looped it a little bit with my finger? Okay. I'm from the my generation invented baby hair. My teenage generation invented the baby hair gel trend. So if anybody can tell y'all how to do this, I can tell y'all. I used to do my baby hair all through the 90s. Okay, in the early 2000s. Okay, so I'm still considering the shape of my hair, the shape of my head. Some people are putting their baby hair down and they're trying to give themselves a heart-shaped hairline when that's not even the hairline that they got. Okay? So, here's my baby hair. So, you see how this is see how that's fuzzy down here? Now, somebody will be like, shave those sideburns, Miss V. Let me tell y'all something. There's men that actually like that on women. I know that's wild, but there's men who actually like the sideburns. And they don't really like that like curly stuff at the end of the sideburns. We just think they do. They actually like the sideburns kind of in close to their natural state. And I know this because I asked some men. I said, do you like my sideburns like just like that or curly? They said, I just like the way it looked when it's like regular. Okay. So, hi everybody. Yeah, so what you're going to do is when you do ponytails too, you want to be like, is the inch of my baby hair thicker than this? If it's thicker, if it's higher, if it's thicker than that, you didn't put some scalp hair down. You didn't put head hair down. You didn't put baby hair down. You're mixing your regular hair into your baby hair. It should be half the width of this. See? Half the width of that. That's how much. So if you go by mine, look. See? You go by mine. It's not thicker than that. Let's do the test. It's not. Okay? Now, this is how you also find your true hairline. Go to the top and go like that. Most people's edges don't break out right here. They break out right here. And right here. Especially right here. I see a lot of women with nothing here. A lot of women don't know that they're born with a higher hairline like their dad. So their hairline will be up here with black women. And then by them putting baby hair down a lot right there, it makes the hairline go even further back. The baby hair breaks out, and then by them putting too much tension right here, their hairline end up going back here. Okay? So put your baby hair down here. Like if you got to literally get you a dark hairspray that's for hair, spray it, and then go like this. You could even just do a placement like this with the part that this part normally ain't short, normally don't break. Okay, so you have this. Boom, boom. That's your true hairline. Anything that's above that is baby hair. So if you don't know where your hairline start, put your stick at the top part. Braid your hair, literally braid it, and then go like this. Boom, boom. It should go right on down. If you gotta go like this, boom, boom, your edges are broken out here. It should never go like boom, boom. Okay? It should go like this. Boom, boom, boom. Especially with black women because our cheekbones. So it'll be like boom, boom. See? Cheekbone. If it's like this, your edges then broke out. Your edges then broke out. Okay? Your scalp and your baby hair gone. Your scalp here, hit here, and baby hair gone. If it's like this, it should never be way back near your ear. Okay? Think about your ear. See the point of your ear? Boom. Okay? Point your ear, the start of your ear, all the way to the very end of your middle braids. Everything that's right here is the baby hair. So this would be baby hair. This would be baby hair. This would be baby hair. See? See that? See that? Do y'all see the baby hair now? Y'all seeing it? Like, I'm trying to teach black women what baby hair is. See that? That's baby hair. Let's get up close. Baby hair. Okay? This is not baby hair. Baby hair. Baby hair. Baby hair. Baby hair. Baby hair. Notice it's all lining up with the start of my ear. Okay? There it is. Now everybody knows what baby hair is. I'm also tired of people going halfway up the length of the ear, going to right here and saying baby hair. No, that's not baby hair. That's scalp hair. If you go on the right here, if you got that much hair down, you didn't put down your hair here. You didn't put down baby hair. Okay? There it is. Baby hair should be like, almost like people can barely even see it. Because it's literally often thinner than the rest of your hair. And it can often be even more curlier than the rest of your texture. So on African American women, if you're 4C hair, you'll notice your baby hair is, especially if there's gray in it, it's very wiry, and it's almost like it doesn't want to be uncurled. It really doesn't want to be uncurled, but we're putting jams and forcing it to be flat. So I don't do that because I find that the more I do that, the thinner my baby hair gets. So for me, I just go ahead. Now, let me tell y'all something. You can put baby hair down and then brush it back in, brush it back up, and your hair will look even neater. So if I want to brush this back up, because the baby hair has gel in it, when I brush it up, it's going to look neater, see? So that's another way how you get a neater looking hairline. First, put the baby hair down, and then brush it up, okay? So I didn't put the baby hair down. Now by me brushing it up, it's going to look neater. See? It's going to look neater. There. It's going to look neater. There we go. See? Now it looks a little neater. But understand, the longer you leave the gel in the baby hair, the more the hair will start to want to curl up. Okay? At some point, that gel is going to get wear off and your baby hair is going to curl right back up. So it just really makes no sense to do it. So you might as well just go ahead and just put the baby hair up. Like, just put the baby hair up. Really, you're better off. If you want to save your edges, don't put that baby hair down no more. Okay? Just don't. Y'all. Put it back where it want to go. Baby hair wants to look. No baby want to be alone. Okay? No baby want to be alone. Babies are people things. So is your baby hair. When you're putting your baby hair down, you're separating it from the tribe. Let's think about that. Baby hair down, like baby in the corner. No. Okay? You're actually, it's toxic. I wish I had known. I wish I had known. Okay. I wish I had known that putting baby hair down is actually toxic. I would have never did it in my I would have never did it in my 20s. I mean in my teens. That was that childish teen stuff. Okay. The only thing about putting your baby hair back is that it can start to look like a different texture. It could be a more curlier textured from the rest of your hair because you already put it forward. See? You already put it forward. So the best bet is to not even put your baby hair forward. If you put your baby hair forward, you might as well leave it forward. If you put it backwards, leave it backwards. Leave it backward. Otherwise, the texture of it's going to be like forward, backward looking. And it's not going to go with the rest of the texture of your hair. Okay? Now, of course, if you just want to put a little bit of baby hair down, that's okay. You could just put a little bit. You could just be like, I'm just going to put this one down. You don't need baby hair all around your whole scalp. Okay? You could just put a little bit. Like, I just put a little bit down. Just, touch up the edges a little bit. That's it. Okay? Baby hair actually looks a lot better when it's backwards. Because when people look at it from the side, it makes the braids look more slicker. All right. So let's looking, y'all. Now, some people will say, let me put my scarf on. Let me put my scarf on and force my baby hair down. See, that's getting toxic, y'all. It's toxic. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So, of course, baby hair, when it's put down, it always looks better after you wear a satin scarf for a while. Okay? It looks better to the black community. But to the person who don't got self-hate, it don't matter. Okay? I don't care if everyone see, ooh, she got 4C hair. I can see some kink and curl in here. I don't care. But if I'm kind of hood, if I'm going a little hood, of course, I'm going to be like, I'm going to press down this baby here with the scarf. I consider that ghetto. I consider it ghetto and hood to need to press your braids down with the scarf. Okay? It's ghetto. It's low. It's passive ghetto. Passive. Okay. Now, when you put your scarf on, the threading has to be on the inside. Other way, your hair is going to dry out. So, you're looking at this. The seam, if you want to call it. See, here's the seam. The seam is going to be on the inside. So, then I'm going to make sure the seam stays inside. Meaning where the thread is real visible. Where the thread is real visible. Some of y'all are just putting y'all scarves on and not looking at this, which side the threading is visible on. And then that's why you're like, my hair, satin scarves don't work for my hair. Well, because the side you put against your hair is where the visible thread is at. It needs to be not visible. Somebody need to be able to look. Y'all, this is getting wild. Somebody need to be able to look at your scarf and not see the where the seamstress started the thread. See? See that? You can see. See how you can see like where the thread. If you can see it in person, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the threading on the inside and then fold it. So see how smooth that looks? This is the smoother side. The side where where there's no line threads, that's the smoother side. Okay, see that line? See that line of threading? The line of threading that always goes on the inside of the scarf. So then you just go like this. Okay, now let's say you have two strand twist in your hair. You're like, oh, I can't stand it. My two strands twist keep going flat. You want to make sure that the only part that's flat, that's a little tight around your hair, is the back. So you want to let this stay kind of loose, kind of poofy there. See how that's poofy? This way, and I'm not doing it real tight. I'm doing it tight enough where the scarf is not going to slip off. So it's still kind of loose. So you're going to put two fingers in there to check. You're going to go on the side of the scarf, and you're going to put your fingers through there. You should have room. Should have room. Okay. She looks kind of baggy. It's a little baggy. I don't want my two strand twist sides so flat. It's a little baggy. It's baggy. This is not going to come off if you're sleeping like a princess. Like, women don't sleep like princesses and say, my hair is trash. No, you trashed your hair in your sleep. So, get you a pillow like the Asian people sleep on, where you're kind of upright, like a hospital bed. You know, in the hospital, how they always have your bed a little propped up. So you're a little propped up while you're sleeping, and your scarf is a little baggy. So, and you're sleeping. You might toss and turn this way, turn that way, but that scarf is not going to come off because you still tied it tight enough in the back where it's not going to come off. Plus, it's not like you're down on the bed going all like that. You're kind of propped up like the Egyptian queens used to sleep. You're a little propped up like this. Or they used to sleep propped like this. Propped. Okay? But there's actually things you can put on your bed so you sleep propped up. You're actually better off sleeping like you're about to give birth. If you was about to deliver a baby, you wouldn't lay flat on the bed delivering the baby. You would be kind of propped up, right? With your legs like this, delivering the baby. It's actually healthier for you to actually sleep propped up. But no, they be having things under their head where their head is literally propped up. You can buy stuff that will prop you up a little bit. Okay? If we were in our mother's womb and we was all curved and like that, then of course the body still wants to be kind of curved when you're sleeping. That would make sense. If babies can sleep comfortably curved in our mama's vaginas, we can sleep still kind of curved in our beds. This is going to save your hair. Okay? It's going to save your hairdo. Okay. Now, the scarf. Somebody said, why the scarf? When you put the scarf on at night, as I said, it keeps you from roughing up your head when you're sleeping. Like rough, scruff. It keeps you from scruffing your hair up. 4C hair can be fragile, so if you're scruffing your hair up, scruffing it up. I know people say, but the Native American Indians didn't sleep on them. Their beds, what they were laying on was like this. Okay? Remember that spiders can make silk. So the Native Americans had people in their tribes that literally can make linen out, silk linen and satin linen that can weave them. and they would just put it over the part that they're sleeping. The ladies would throw it over, maybe tuck it under their beer fur mat or whatever, and sleep on it. But we can put it around our hair now. Okay, we can buy it loose and put it around our hair. When you're wearing the scarf, for some of y'all who are like, oh, I put my scarf on after I do my hair, it's because you're trying to flatten out you're trying to tame your texture. You want people to think that you have a very loose texture, indie Remy hair. And to me, that's like kind of low-key self-hate. So only really time you put your scarf on, it's like I'm going to bed so I don't roughhouse my hair in my sleep. I don't literally tear up my hair while I'm sleeping because I'm moving all around. Other than that, there's really no need to put this on your head. But I see black men with their scullies on all day. I see black women rocking this all day in their house and then going out and wanting everybody to think that they got indie Remy hair. And it's like, nah, you're still shading your own texture. You're still shading it. Hi, everybody. I'm from Pennsylvania. All right. People love to say you got self-hate because you got a relaxer in your hair. They love to say that to people. I don't have a relaxer. But people love to say, you're flat out in your hair, you have self-hate. You're putting indie Remy hair in your hair, self-hate. Well, it's still self-hate to flatten your texture with the scarf. It's still self-hate to flatten your texture with those papers that people be putting on. All the mousse, then they put the paper around their head, and then they sit under the dryer. That's still self-hate. Because you're taming your 4C. You're trying to take the kinky look, you're trying to take some of the negro out of your hair. You're trying to make it look like you got more, like you got jellyfish hair and not lion hair. That's what you're doing. You want everybody to think you got tentacles like the jellyfish instead of Mufasa hair. But you're low-key doing it. Pressing your texture down. Pressing it, forcing it straighter with these scarves. Is to me, I just find people like, okay, you're not fooling me. Okay? And that's why I think like black men need to stop coming for black women. When you're wearing scullies all day, you're trying to make your texture look looser, or more like the Mexican people here, or more like the Italian people here, or more like the indie Remy. And you know that's why you're wearing those scullies. Y'all, I be calling it out. Serious. Like, I don't understand how black people can feel like it's a straight up pretty privilege for people to see the earthly look of your hair. It's like a pretty privilege for people to see that your hair is literally looking like tree roots. Like, it's literally looking like a tree. Like, it's looking like the bark of a tree. I mean, the bark of a tree is not ugly. If it was so ugly, why are people hugging the tree? Why are people saying, thank you, tree? So I'm trying to understand, like, stop trying to take your hair from being a tree to looking like jellyfish in the sea. Okay? There's people born with jellyfish hair. And there's people born with tree hair. You got tree hair, let it be tree hair. Y'all. I see ain't nobody hit the like button when I said that, because, hey, do what you want with your hair. But don't be surprised when somebody switch up on you soon as they start to figure out what your true texture is. Soon as you slip up and your hair, the hydration brings out your 4C. And people start looking at you weird like, what's going on? Don't be surprised when they side-eye you because suddenly you got a different texture on your head. It's just the truth, y'all. Hi, everybody. Somebody said, where am I from? Y'all, I'm going to start I'm going to do a video today on my other channel. Okay? I hope I see y'all on my lifestyle channel. I want to talk about some choices I made with my life, but it'll be on my lifestyle channel. Somebody said, I don't know. Why do people think black women owe them some explanation for their choices? Why do you think I need to tell you whether I wear braids all the time? Like, why do you think I need to tell you that? Do you ask white people, why do you always wear a messy bun? No, you don't ask them that. Do you ask white people, do you always bleach your hair? No, you don't. Like, black women is not the property of the world. We're not the property of the world. So I think I'm going to pass on that question because I don't owe nobody likability. And that's the truth, y'all. And if you say you got an attitude, yeah, I do. And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're in the screen. What are you going to do about it? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean my mom is your ritual? My mom said it's your ritual. What do you mean your ritual? I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, my ritual. Braids and cornrows is our culture. It's a part of the Negro culture. Okay? And so when you wear your hair in braids and cornrows, it's a celebration of your ancestors. It's making sure that you keep yourself distinctively separate from the other races so people can know that you are not promoting their beauty. You're promoting the beauty of your ancestors. Okay? Promote the beauty of your ancestors. There's a girl on YouTube said you're promoting other people's hair when you abandon your braids, your roots and all that. When you wear braids and cornrows, you're letting people know that you know that you're beautiful with the culture that you have. When you're all in hot pressed, you know what that does? That lets other people, other race groups think they got some kind of mind control over you. That maybe you'll kiss their booty. Maybe you will cater to their energy. You don't want that you don't want to put off that vibe to the other races and cultures. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You do what your ancestors did and you will make look, hair is a way of protesting. Hair, makeup, wearing certain makeup is a way of protesting. Copyright on that. You want to protest against the people power tripping on you with their race and culture? Do your ancestors' culture and you will protest loud and clear. They know that you're protesting against their privilege. When you wear braids in your hair, they know you're protesting against their European image, European beauty privileges. They know that you are. And that's wonderful. You're saying you're going to take me with my ancestors' energy or don't take me at all. Now, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? You're going to take me celebrating my ancestors' culture or don't take me at all. You'll find that you make very, very few non-blacks want to be your friend. And I'm sorry if I trigger any white folks in this video, but I'm not sorry. You don't see too many white folks walking around with black people with their natural 4C hair and braids. You don't see that. Where they do that at? The reason why they're not doing that is because they don't feel extra. Some of them will ghost you. Some of them won't call you. Even the other black folks who don't want to celebrate their roots. Suddenly they ain't for you. Well, now you know that they were never your friend. Now you know. This is the truth. I love that when I walk in a room full of Mexicans and I walk in a room full of the straight hair Indians and the white folks with the straight hair. I love that I'm like, y'all see my specialness. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all know y'all like it. Y'all know y'all like these braids. Y'all just ain't saying nothing. Y'all just ain't. Let me tell y'all, I have been in so many rooms around non-blacks with my hair braided, and I can feel them staring at my braids. I can feel that they're amazed by them. I can sense that they think they're amazing. But then as soon as I look, they'll hurry like look away. It's like a mind game. But my intuition is telling me that these beautiful braids is kind of messing with your self-esteem. It's messing with it. Oh, okay. Now you know how we feel when you try to tell us we have to be straight heads to be beautiful. Now the shoes on the other feet. Now the shoes on the other feet. You get to see how my braids magnify my cheekbones. The power of these cheekbones get magnified by these braids. You get to see it. Oh, how you like seeing it. Straight hair does not do nothing for your cheekbones. Even long, loose, curly hair. Long, loose, curly hair. It doesn't do much for cheekbones, y'all. It doesn't, y'all. And our cheekbones is not the same as straight hair Indian cheekbones. Their cheekbones ain't the same as ours. Some of them have a more square face with the cheekbones. That's different. That's different. But when it comes to African Americans, our cheekbones be like this. See that? Barbarian, if you want to call it, they should call us the barbarians, barbaric, indigenous, whatever. Our cheekbones tend to be bigger boned, like almost like they're like coming forward in our face. When you wear your hair braided, the dumb cheekbones is like bam right in somebody's face, like bam. You see this face, and that's why I felt like whenever my self-esteem is a little bit shaky, I just throw in some cornrows and braids and be like, ha ha, there you go. I see you, Miss V. Then I start saying that. I look in the mirror and be like, I see you, babe. Woo, child. Woo, child. I be like, woo, child, the indigenous came out of you. So my point is, when you are black and when you don't wear your braids and cornrows and you go around white people, that's about the only time your self-esteem gets a boost. But if you wear your braids and cornrows around everybody, white, black, Chinese, it always gets a boost. It always gets a boost. Your self-esteem, even alone, you look in the mirror by yourself and be like, damn, I look like Mother Earth. God damn, how could you be this fine, like looking like this? That's what you say. I ain't trying to be conceited, but that's what you be like. You be looking in the mirror at your braids and cornrows and be like, woo, child, I didn't even know I could look that good. But the point is, you don't feel that way. You don't feel that way alone when you have straight head on. When you have white women's hair on your head and you're sitting here alone, and you're sitting there by yourself, and you look in the mirror, you don't be like, you gorgeous. You know, a little bit part of you be like, I feel fake. I feel fake. You want to feel like this is my mother effing land. Even when you by yourself. Like, when you get cornrows and braids and you sit there by yourself and you be like, this land is my land that I let you be on, that I fought you and you had to take. That's the mindset that you have. This land was my land. You remember that it was your land. You remember because you look like the way the land look. Your hair looks like the dirt. It does. It looks like the tree. It looks like earth. Earth. And before there was fish, before anything, there was earth. The Creator did not put people on this planet without earth. Your energy came first. Your energy came first. And so when you celebrate and you got your hair looking like the Mother Earth roots, People know. They look at you and say, "Yeah, it look like you came first." Yeah. And that's not your problem. If they feel insecure by your cornrows and braids because you're old, your soul look old, your vibration look old and mature. It look like you know this earth better than everybody. If anybody feels triggered by that, that's their problem. That's their problem. Black people were purposely made to hate their earth energy so that no other race would ever start to think maybe you did come first. See, they tell us not to wear our hair in braids and cornrows and 4C and 4B so that they can forget that they came after us. They can walk around and feel a little bit better about them coming after us. Okay? y'all, y'all know I don't care who here. I don't care. I got white neighbors over here. I got white family members to come here. They already know the truth. They already know the truth. Okay? If you got kink in your hair, your ancestors came first. Period. What is the kink? Is the kink there? It came first. Okay, there had to be trees in order to feed Adam and Eve. If you want to go by religion, and I don't care what religion it is, okay, just like I ain't trying to hate on Jewish people. These Jewish people you see today, they don't look like the real Jewish people. They're not the authentic Jewish people. The authentic Jewish people, if we're gonna go by the scriptures, they should have had hair like wool, like Moses had, like Jesus had, but they don't. So those right there, no. I have respect for Jewish people. Don't even come with anti-Semitic, because if somebody say anti-Semitic, then we're gonna say anti-black. Okay. When people treat us as slaves and servants all the time, you're anti-black. Then you're anti-black. So don't even come with anti-Semitic. I'm just calling it what it is. If we go by Moses being their leader and what Moses really looked like, then why don't they look like Moses if Moses is their people? Oh, okay. Because these Jews you see today, it's not the original Jews. Okay? Otherwise, they should look like us. I'm just keeping it real. They should have some kink in their hair, but they don't. But they don't. Y'all. Yeah, some of y'all be thinking, oh, she anti-black. Y'all just don't know how much I am for black people. If only y'all knew. That's why a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people don't like me on my daughter's side of the family. A lot of people don't like me. The coons don't like me. There's a lot of coons even around here that don't like me. There's white folks around here that stay calling the police on me. They don't like me. They call the police on me over anything in here. They can't stand my mouth no more. The white folks in this neighborhood cannot stand my mouth no more. And I really don't care. I really don't. Y'all, I'm to the point where it's like, I'm not trying to prove likability to a system that has never liked me. Didn't like my ancestors before they even did anything wrong, didn't like them. So I don't care. Okay? I really don't care. And the reason why I don't care if I'm proving likability to non-black people with what I'm saying right now is because they know damn well when they look in the mirror, they love their flowing hair. They stay doing that. They stay, ooh. And they know it. They know they're doing that. Okay, cool. So you are team white like you're supposed to be. You're white and you're team white genetics. I'm not hating on you. But I'm team black genetics. And if this triggers you, then you got something else going on in you. You're anti-black on top of team white. That's what it is. Like you have a problem with this. Okay? Whew. Y'all, I had people standing around gritting on me hard as hell. I was downtown the other day. It was all non-blacks. They was just gritting on me like this. Because I wasn't validating. I wasn't giving them any validating for them thinking they got hair privilege. Their hair privilege mindset was unstable. Y'all. This Indian man was like this. Almost like you have the audacity. He had this look like you have the audacity to show up here in my Indian store. India. Oh yeah, I do have the audacity. Because you have the audacity to show up with East Indian here on my ancestors' land. Oh, okay, we're gonna get triggered here. We're gonna get triggered. Because I'm a descendant of documented slaves, so this is definitely my land. This is definitely my land. But my point I'm making is when he looked at me like I was out of place. Like, why aren't you a black woman coming in here with Indie Remy hair on? Or flat iron hair? Why are you coming in here with your African like genetics in my East Indian, this store that I'm running and I'm East Indian? And I was just thinking, but you're literally on my land. You're literally on my land with East Indian here. So who's being disrespectful here? Who's being disrespectful? Y'all. Y'all. I don't talk about religious choices. I don't talk about religious choices. No, 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 no. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Because if we're going to get into that, I'm going to trigger a couple people. I'm a very wise woman. And I can tell you right now, the way some of y'all Muslims is conducting yourself, it ain't like Malcolm X. It ain't. It ain't. Okay? The way people are practicing Muslim religion today is not how it was originally practiced. It's been warped and distorted. But if you want to get into it, we can get into it, okay? There's a lot of things that's been exaggerated. Wearing scarves over your head, covering your head all day is no. No, no, And I can tell y'all why it's not the truth. I can tell y'all why it's not the truth. No, no, It's not the truth, y'all. No way in hell the Creator would want us covering our hair all day, knowing that our hair needs vitamins from the sun. Knowing that our hair, that if you cover a plant all year long, it will die. Okay, that's like suffocating its growth. Okay, the hair is covered for the frost season. The hair is covered during wartime. The hair is not covered all day, all year. This is why some blacks who are Muslim, they're like, I feel sick. Well, your vitamin D is not coming in your hair. Your antennas is not getting nourished and fed. Your your little 20 minutes in your backyard? No, what is that? Like, no, no, no. And our ancestors were covering our hair to hide who we are when we were crossing the borders and the lines between the different parts of Egypt. So when they were at war, when the East and the West was at war, to not be able to tell us apart, we were covering ourselves. You was always able to tell the East and the West, certain parts of Africa and Egypt, you was able to tell from seeing the eyes and the hair texture. And you was able to tell from the shape of the face. So when they wore the hoodies, the cut capes over like that, it was so that you can't tell. You could not tell who was east, west, northeast, east, south of Egypt when they were spies and crossing over, trying to escape their own side due to toxicity. They didn't want no one to really know which side of Africa they came from. And that's an Akashic record I gave to y'all. I gave to y'all. Give me credit if you're going to use it. It's an Akashic record. Period. I hate that black people look at movie interpretations of religion and we think we think that's the way it was. I hate the fact that black people don't realize that the Muslim religion was literally altered and edited by Europeans who invaded parts of Egypt. The Muslims that was in Egypt already, long before it was invaded by Napoleon and them people, it was different. The Muslim religion was different. It was it was exaggerated, embellished by the Europeans so that not get we would not want to bring we would not want anyone to see our beauty in the society that they were building for their own kind. Okay? So they were building a society, civilization for their own kind to dominate. So they told us when they revised some of the religions that we had, they revised it in a way to keep us oppressed, to make us oppress ourselves and not know that we're doing it. So we would be ignorant of how we oppress ourselves. Class is in session. I'm an old soul, so I know stuff. Okay. And the religions of the day are always glamorizing the men being the keepers of the wisdom. First of all, the old emperors started telling the women to cover their hair because they became aware of how wise and powerful they came when they got nutrients of the sun, when they were able to get skylight on their scalp. They knew. So to keep intellectual power over the women, they told the women, cover your hair, cover your hair, cover your hair. This is why you think, why do you think, and to control their energy, to keep them docile in spite of how abused they were, in spite of how much they were getting beaten by their husbands, they would stay docile. If you ever notice the women that cover their hair all the time, it's almost like they don't even know what to do with their life. They're blind. It's like waiting. It's like a puppy waiting for somebody to tell them what to do. It's like they cannot hear God. It's like they almost cannot connect to God. And that's not cool because that means that their husbands and their boyfriends can do anything to them. And they are like, their intuition is straight cut off. Okay. So it's like, they're vulnerable. And it's almost like society wants those women to be babies to the point where they don't know their butt from a hole in the ground. And that's just the truth, y'all. Y'all got to be careful of certain parts of religion being altered to do mind control, energy control, and spirit control over certain people so that they keep the power. Period. Black women are hated, if you want to call black women, African American women hated, because we project a power, a power that's not so much under the black man. That's why a lot of black men say, cover your head, but keep your head down. It is like, I want to stay powerful. I want to keep power. I don't want you to know. I don't want your intuition to see what I'm doing. I don't want you to pick up anything about my energy. I want my energy to be the private one in the relationship, and I know your energy. I want to be able to say what I want. I want you to stay docile so I can just be any way with you. I'm calling it what it is. Because you just don't see too many white men saying, I want my white wife to be Muslim. You don't see them saying that, like cover your hair up all the time. You don't see them saying that because they're fully aware. They're fully aware that the power needs to flow through the family. They know this. They know this. But in black culture, it's like the power needs to be with one person primarily and everybody just puppets. That's toxic. And to me, that's exactly how the black pharaohs were. The African, the brown skin pharaohs, they were in that energy and it was toxic. They were toxic. The people felt like they had to go and take their scarves off in secret to be able to connect with God. Otherwise, the pharaoh would say, off with your head. I want all the downloads. I want all the access. I want all the spiritual power. To me, it's like they were trying to become genies, cosmic power. I'm a genie of all. No, y'all. You can dismiss me. That's why there's a lot of black women with low spirits walking around with those wigs on. Walking around. You might as well just put a scarf around your head all day. I bet you any money if there was a lot of Africans that weren't scarfed up all the time. Their intuition would have kicked in and sensed what they had to do to fight those Europeans. But they were scarfed up. Like, why would God say you need something so artificial like some scarves to wear on your head all the time? When once upon a time there was no scarves. There was just a garden and a woman and a man in here. Naked. If we was once upon a time was able to walk this earth naked, why would we need a scarf around our head? Like, y'all, stuff stuff don't be making sense. But like I said, if the beginning of time, and we was able to walk around with our hair just hanging out in clothes on, and naked, why do we have to scarf our hair? We're not responsible for somebody else's energy. Oh, I have to cover my hair up because I don't know if they will attack me. It's almost like you're just scared. Wow, fight back. Fight back. Get the law after this person. Oh, you just gonna go ahead and just be like, I'm gonna change who I am to appeal to their evil, to cater to their evil energy? No, I'm not changing. I'm not blocking myself from God just so that I could block myself from your evil. So I'll block myself from your lust spirit while blocking myself from God at the same time. No, that's toxic, y'all. No, how about you block yourself from the devil? How about that one? How about you kick the lust spirit out of you and leave me alone connected to God? While I'm connected to God, you get the lust spirit out of you. How about that one? And ain't no man raping a woman all because of her hair. And if a man is thinking a woman attractive, her hair is making her more attractive, and you can't control somebody's thoughts. I find that men are insecure, and you're low-key insecure. I'm so worried about a man thinking my wife is beautiful. Wow, it sounds like you're insecure. Y'all, I'm a highly intelligent woman. To me, that's men like, I don't want to feel insecure. I don't want a man to see the beauty of my woman. The beauty is just for me. Okay, but your handsomeness is for every woman walking the street, though. If I say, I don't want a woman to see you with a white beater on or out there with your muscles out chopping wood, you're going to say, no, stay in a woman's lane. So every woman can go out there and see your muscles flexing and play with themselves, imagining your muscles flexing as you're chopping wood. But no man should be able to fantasize about me. Y'all, that's toxic. To me, that's misogynist. It's womanizing. It's the whole package. No, I'm good. I'm good. If I got to cover up, if I be in any relationship, I got to cover up. So do you. You better sit there with your hair covered like the Arab men do. You better be walking around here in robes, covering your head and everything. I'm seeing black men say they want a Muslim wife, but they're walking around with their muscles showing. They're walking around with their emperor lock out. No, dismiss me. We're going to both walk around here like Arabs covered people. Dismiss me. So you could go out here and troll for attention and be attention whore. But your self-esteem is protected because I'm not. You don't have to worry about jealousy and competition because I'm covered up. But I have to worry about jealousy and competition because you're not covered up. Right, mister? No. Dismiss me. I had an argument with a man about that. I said, you're walking around outside in a wife beater. You're walking around with your big muscles in your arms like Hercules for all the women to see. But I can't walk around with my legs out. You make that make sense. Women love to see muscular arms. You better go ask somebody. A man with muscular arms is equal to a man seeing a woman with sexy legs. It's all the same. So I'm trying to understand why I see these women fully clothed walking down the street with these men with wife beaters on or with their muscles out and their long locks is all the way down. Some of these black men, their locks is all the way down their back. They're walking up the street with their emperor locks on. And I'm like, okay, I feel sorry for your woman. I feel sorry for your woman. She don't even know. They're making sure, they're making sure that she don't get no self-esteem boost but from them, while they get a self-esteem boost from the world. The man can get his self-esteem boosted by the entire world, but a woman can't get her self-esteem boosted by the world. And this Muslim dude, you deleted your comments. Oh, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. She a modern woman. She not likable. Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. I could say this around white men, and they won't be like, oh, I'm gone, peace. Because they ain't insecure like that. They're not so stuck on, I need all the power, I need all the attention, I'm on this end, and you not. They're not stuck on that. And this is what I gotta say. If black men or y'all want if y'all want the privileges that white men have, why the hell are y'all doing what y'all doing to y'all women, and they're not doing that to their women? Like in the white families, it's like fair exchange, ain't no robbery. If you got to cover up, I got to cover up. Everybody gonna cover up in here. But in the black families, it's like men cover up, women cover up, but men don't. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. No. Bye. Go get you a Muslim woman that you can control. Go do it. Let her sit up there and have low vitamin D because her head's covered all day. Where she look all washed out and faded and sick looking. With pigment, the dark patches on her body. If you look at some of the women who keep covered all the time, they look faded. They look dried up. Their skin looks dried up. They got raccoon looking eyes. They got dark patches, dark spots here, but light part here, because they're not getting even amount of sun. They're so dependent on, I gotta oil my hair a lot. I gotta do hot oil treatments all the time because their hair's not getting no nutrients from the sun. They're sitting indoors with their hair out, but there's a ceiling over their head. There's a ceiling over their head. So they're not getting nutrients from the sun. And then, oh, I got a vitamin D problem. I got dementia. My mind ain't right because you ain't been getting no sun. That's why you got early onset dementia. That's why you 60 years old with dementia. You've been scarfing it your whole life. Y'all. There's actually a cord here, a spiritual cord that keeps you connected to God. The energy flow. You scarf it up and keep covering it up. You blocking it. It's blocked. Ladies, it's blocked. That head scarf and stuff is a way to control you spiritually, to control your energy. It's crazy. But you can't talk like this as a black woman. Oh, you're modern then. You're modern. I wonder why that's always reserved to black women when they're like, I ain't for the Muslim religion. You're modern. If a white woman, they be like, okay, then what religion you are? You Catholic, baby? I still want to date you. See, it's demonic. It's demonic, y'all. I don't give a damn about owning likability. I don't care. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. You're just another human being out here. Everybody's just human beings. First of all, if you're going to die like me, I don't owe you likability. You're going to die just like me. Are you immortal? Do you have the secret formula for never ever dying in the grave, never being put in a grave, never becoming dust and food for worms or food for the bugs? Do you have the secret to that? No. Then I do not owe you likability. Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. I'm going to keep this channel around for some unfiltered talk. Y'all know that my weekend videos, y'all know how I get real unfiltered. I get unfiltered on Saturdays and Sundays. And I talk about stuff that pisses people off. And they don't want to hear the truth. Everybody want to talk about Trump and Kamala. And everybody want to talk about the toxic 9 to 5 job. And everybody want to talk about the ratchet, raggedy economy and the food prices. But we need to be talking about how people are struggling most of all simply because lack of respect for their culture, their born culture, the culture passed down by their ancestors, lack of respect for it. That I'm telling you, a lot of black people will save money, be a lot more happier more often. They will be more at peace, more respect for your born genetic culture. Genetic culture. And this is it, right down to what they ate, what your ancestors ate, how they did their hair, right down to everything, okay? Right down to the shoes you wear. Stop buying dress shoes. You buy dress shoes for your little corporate job. You don't need dress shoes. You don't need dress shoes. You don't need high heels. Get up off of that, y'all. Get up, black women, get up off of that. Put your little loafers on, put your sandals on this summer. Put your moccasins on, put them on. Put your little you know, um threaded little moccasin shoes on with the comfortable sole on the inside. Put your little your woven or your fur boots on. Just tap out of the culture that has been brought to you by invaders. Get rid of their culture. This is the realest video. Our ancestors were not sitting down eating no meals. They did the snack adapted. The diet that they did was the snack adapted. There wasn't no slumming down all these different foods in 3 meals a day. No. Meat, a lot of them was carnivores. Meat was their abundant part of their diet. Black folks, keep your carbs low and your protein high. There it is. Keep your carbs low. You can get energy from protein. Keep your protein high. Keep your fruit higher than the carbs. Ain't that deep. Fruit intake higher than the carbs, meaning the breads and the grains. Our ancestors, they weren't too big on the grains like everybody think. They was collecting them grains for their animals. They was collecting grains for the people who was carrying the wood and the bark, who was the wagons of the tribe. People who had to carry a lot of the heavy food through the jungle. Big old boar hogs on their shoulder. The grains were given to them. The grains were given to them. You don't need grains. Like grains is like a small, tiny part of your diet. And you don't need fat either. You don't need oil. They were primarily used for a little to flavor the food, for a little bit of the taste, get the food to taste a little better. But that was primarily used for their skin and their hair. So just get rid of the culture that's did not create longevity with your own genetics. Fatty foods do not expand your life. Putting all that fire heat into your scalp, no, it's a no, y'all. It's a no. It's just a no. And that's just something I learned. Our ancestors did have hair gel. You can wear hair gel. But the thing about hair gel is some of y'all got to understand that the Europeans have their own hair gel. You got to know the difference. When you're wearing hair gel in your hair, it has to have the ingredients that your ancestors would put in it. Like olives, okay? If it's olive oil, then our ancestors would use it, period. That means you could use it. See, it's green. Green. It has aloe, protein, and olive oil. Our ancestors were using that. Okay, I'll use that. Okay, period. I look at it, I say green. Green is the key. If it's green and red, it could go in my head. If it's green and red, it could go in my head. If it's green and red, it could go in my head. Period. If it's green and red, it could go in my head. Yeah. All right. If it's green and reddish purple, or purple, green, red, and purple can go in my head. The blue magic grease, um, no. It's not the same. They don't make it the same, y'all. The blue magic grease, you have to get the kind that has the stuff that your ancestors put in their hair. So if you get blue magic grease, you need to get the kind that actually has like olive oil in it, almond, avocado. They got blue magic avocado. They do got they got the avocado blue magic. So you can't just buy any old blue magic off the counter. Only reason why blue magic worked back then is because they were using it as a sealant. They were using it as a sealant. But now the blue magics will work way better, even for growth and sealant, if you get the blue magic that's actually for sealing and growing. So that would be peppermint blue magic, avocado blue magic, olive oil, those ones. Okay. If I were to use blue magic, I would only use the avocado and the peppermint. Yeah, and the tea tree one. Those are the only ones I would put on my scalp. If you get tea tree blue magic, your scalp is not going to itch. It's not going to itch. If you use peppermint blue magic, it's not going to itch, and you're going to get hair growth. If you use avocado, it's not going to itch. It's not. Okay? So that's what I would do. Avocado does grow your hair, and it does seal in moisture at the same time. It's just a balm. So if I want to buy blue magic, there would be two kinds I would get, and I'd probably mix them together to get benefits of both. I'd mix a little bit with each, the avocado blue magic and the peppermint one. That's what I would get. Okay, to stimulate hair growth, but also seal in moisture. That's right. Avocado is like the best thing to do. Like if you're just struggling with moisture and just moisture from head to toe. If you're like this hair just will not grow and will not keep moisture. Avocado and peppermint will pull you through. Okay? This is why Design Essentials have doubled their prices. If you want to buy Design Essential, you're coming out of your pocket $20 for one jar of their product. Now, they didn't figure it out. Design Essentials is one of the most richest hair care beauty products out here now, because they didn't figure it out. They I don't know how they figured it out, but I know how I figured it out. They figured out what Black people need for hair growth and moisture sealing. And so they know now that it's working on our hair, so they up the price. So if you want to save money and you're Black, I say that you go and you make your own cream or own hair wax pomade, and you put avocado, peppermint, and tea tree oil in there. And that's what you put on your scalp or you use as a sealant. And you'll be home free. Now, and of course, if you want If you want extra hair growth, you can put flaxseed in there. Go get you some almond seeds, flaxseed, peppermint, tea tree, avocado. Boom, there it is. That would be the bombest product on your hair. I plan to make my own product very soon, and I'm going to be testing it on my hair and my daughter hair. The creator blessed me with all three different type of hairs in my house. My daughter has 3A to 4B hair in her hair. She's mostly 4A. So my daughter has 3A to 4A definitely, and I have 4C. Okay? So I'm going to be making my own hair product because I found out that it's a part of my destiny to make my own hair product. I'm going to make my own hair product. I'm going to test it on her hair, and I'm going to test it on my hair. And we're going to see what will happen. We're going to see. Okay? Hi, everybody. I'm tired of using all these products. This is too much. Okay, I can keep this one for braids. I can keep this one, but I can still make my own. I'm done. I don't want to use 4 or 5 different products. I want one product that does everything it needs to do for my black hair, like black person's hair. And that means that research into our genetics has to be done. You can't just say, oh, this is what that do. It has to be genetically meant for us. So, for example, black people, you can eat olives, if I recall, but you can't. I mean, you can cook with olive juice, but I think you're not supposed to eat olives. Like, it's real complicated. I got the book on it. I got a book on it. Let me get the book, y'all. I think I want to talk to y'all about the book. Is it over there? Okay. No, it's not over there, y'all. I'm gonna have to go upstairs and find it. But if I wanted to do a product that's sealing moisture, like guaranteed to seal in moisture, it would definitely be almond and avocado. It would be almond, avocado, argan oil, and flaxseed. That's what I would use. The flaxseed is definitely going to grow your hair and help seal in moisture. The avocado is going to grow your hair, seal in moisture. The avocado, flaxseed, the almond is going to seal in moisture. It's going to make your hair soft. Argan oil is going to make your hair soft and shiny, but also prevent shedding. So not only are you preventing your hair from falling out by using the argan oil, but your hair is going to be soft and shiny looking. And then the 3 fats that are in there, the almond, the avocado, what was the other fat? Oh, flaxseed is still kind of like a fat because it's a seed. Those are going to seal in and hair growth. Now, if I wanted to I still want some hair growth. I want something to make my hair grow. I would put some castor oil in there. So, almond oil, avocado, flaxseed, argan oil, castor oil. That's what I would put in my product. Like, moisture would be sealed on top of hair growth, on top of shiny, soft looking hair. That's what I would do though, y'all. Of course, thank you very much, Tala. Of course I would consider the fact how, if I have low porosity or high porosity. If I have low porosity, I already know that I definitely need the base of my product to be fats in here. I also would need water, and I also would not put alcohol in it. No alcohol, none. So I would making my product to be used up, not to protect the aging of it. So I would be making enough for somebody to use up within 2 weeks. That way There's no need to put alcohol in there. Alcohol is simply to try to preserve the quality of the product, to keep it from getting infected or like with germs and contamination. That's all it's doing. But if you wash your hands before using the product, you're not going to have to worry about having alcohol in your product. So I wouldn't even put it in there. I would, if I went to make my own line, it would be all alcohol free, because some people don't know their porosity. Some people don't know that they're very low porosity. I'm very low porosity. I actually had a licensed stylist and a manager of a salon say, you have extremely low porosity. And you definitely have a 4C in that group. There's nothing wrong with texture typing. Of course, you can have more than one texture in your hair, but there's nothing wrong with texture typing, because texture typing helps you to figure out what porosity you most likely have. Most people with 4C is low porosity. Most of the time you are. Texture typing also helps you be able to determine whether you need a fat-based moisturizer. People who are 3A, they don't really need fat in their moisturizer. They good with slapping some oil up in the head like the Indians do. The East Indians. They good with that, okay? Like my daughter, because she has a lot of 3A and 4A, she doesn't need to use a fat-based cream. She never does. She literally just uses a hair lotion and oil. Okay, she don't even use a hair grease. One day I'm gonna have my daughter in here and y'all can see what I mean. Like, she can literally just use a basic plain lotion down her hair and plait her hair, okay? Because her porosity isn't as low as mine. She don't really have any 4C up in there, and her texture is so loose, and her sebum is higher than mine. Okay? Her sebum is higher, and her strands of hair is not as thick. So when her sebum runs, it runs right through the hair. It gets through all the hair because her hair is not as thick. But when you have 4C hair, the sebum is like not, unless you're producing enough sebum for two people's heads, then your hair's not getting all the sebum that it needs because it's so thick. So it needs support. Okay. Now when you wet your hair and you apply the moisturizer and the grease, it can all get through. Your hair actually starts to, when you wet your hair, instead of it being swollen right away, it actually goes, when you first wet the 4C hair or 4B, it actually gets leaner. It might shrink, but it doesn't go this way. It shrinks, but it doesn't it's not compacted. So when you put the oils and you put the grease in, it goes right through as if you had 3A hair. Okay? So the only difference, the only benefit, not benefit, the only thing that really makes your hair different if you're 4C from the 3A, 4A people is that the product can get through their hair, their sebum can get through their hair easier than getting through yours. That's it. And the shortcut to making sure it get through is wetting your hair first. That's how you get it to go through. That's how you get it to go through. You wet your hair you wet your hair and you comb the sebum through. Okay? All right. Once again, the only reason why the people with 3A to 4A, their hair thrives is because their stuff can get through their hair more. Every little strand is getting nourishment. Okay? Every single strand. So what you got to do, you got to make sure that every single damn strand of your 4C, 4B hair is getting that nourishment. And the only way for it to get through is to wet and seal. Wet and seal. That's the only way. There's no way around it. Stop moisturizing your hair dry. It's not going to work. Okay? No dry moisturizing. Even if you got a relaxer. Now, I know people saying, wait a minute, Miss V. I got a relaxer. Let me tell you right now. When that relaxer starts to wear off, you ever notice how your hair starts to get poofier, 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 thicker, thicker, thicker? And you're like, it's not just my roots. My hair is, it's almost like my hair is not straight no more. It's going like real thick. And then the hair grows slow because you're trying to use the same process as if you just got that relaxer. That's not going to work. If your relaxer is in your hair at least 3 weeks, you're going to have to do your hair as if it's not relaxed. Okay? Once again, if you are a relaxed head person, now I have pictures where I can show y'all my hair is long. It's relaxed. It's relaxed and it's long. And I used to have people say, how come your hair seems like it grows so fast and gets long when it's relaxed? I said, because when I'm 3 weeks into my relaxer, I switch to the grease. I switch to sealing moisture in my hair as if I'm not relaxed. So the first 3 weeks of my relaxer, I'm using mousse, styling mousse. I'm using hair lotion. Okay? I'm wrapping the hair still. I'm circular wrapping the hair. Still doing my hair to go with the current of my hair. When you have born cis, you hear me say cis, y'all. When you got cis 4B here, when you got cis 4C here, okay, even if it's relaxed, you still got to go with the current. Okay, you still. Yo, I can't stop laughing. If you got cis 4B here, cis 4C here, I don't care if it's flat iron, straight, blowed out, whatever. Relaxed. Every time before you go to bed, you got the current that here. Current it. So you put that mousse in and you go like this. Okay, your hair knows that it's still 4C. You're not tricking your body. You can go ahead and put a relaxer in there. Your hair is like, babe, this is whatever this shit is in me. Your hair is like whatever this shit is in me. It ain't fooling me, brah. I know that I'm 4C. I know that I'm 4C. So you have to still go with the current of the energy. The energy of your hair is still going like this. Even when it's relaxed, it's still going like this. You don't change the energy current all because you changed your texture. That's like saying I went transgender, but metabolically I'm down a different gender. No, you ain't. You could change your genitals, you could change whatever about your body, but metabolically and hormonally and genetically, you're still your born gender. So you're not changing the aura, the current aura that you were born with, cosmic energy as well. So you still got to go with the current. Just like this. People say, well, white people hair grow fast. They're going with the current. See, their hair going down. Their energy was born flowing like this. So that's why when they're combing their straight hair, their cis straight hair, their cis born straight hair, they're going right with the energy flow. Okay? But when your hair is relaxed and you're 4C, you're going like this. Meanwhile, the energy is still going like this. So even if you're relaxed, you need to go with the flow of the energy and do your hair like this And then when you wake up, you can always comb it down. Okay? That's why wraps grow your hair. People say wraps grow the shit out of my hair when it's flat ironed and it's relaxed. It's because you're still going with you're still going with the coil of the energy, the invisible energy that is still there. Okay, energy does create growth. Energy is like like power of forces stimulating hair growth. So when you go still with the natural current of your hair, your metaphysical self, okay, it's no different than if you still had 4C hair. All right, visible 4C hair. All right, that you don't have transgender hair. I ain't trying to be smart, but I think when you relax and straighten your hair, you're doing transgender hair. You're doing transgender hair, meaning you're changing the gender of genetic gender of your hair. So it's transgenetic, not transgender, but transgenetic. Copyright, y'all. Don't forget I was the first person to say that. When you relax and straighten your hair, you're doing transgenetic surgery on your hair. That's exactly what you're doing. And hey, that's your hair. You can do that. You can be transgenetic. You can be transgenetic. But you ain't changing the energy. You're not changing it. You're not changing it. Okay? All right. Um, it's still flowing. When that energy come out those pores, it's still going like this. When it comes up out, it's still going like that. Except it's like, whoa, it's warping distorted. It's like, oh, I'm confused. What the hell why is the hair straight and I'm going like this? Your energy is like, what the hell, what the F you doing, babe? And then that's why people with flat iron hair say my hair is still not growing fast. You still got to make it go with the current. People with flat iron hair may say, my hair still ain't growing and it's been flat iron. That's because you ain't going with the current, baby. You're not going with the current. Okay? So stop thinking that 3A, 4A hair people are the good hair. The only reason why you think their hair is good is because their sebum and oils can get through their hair. Every single micro strand can get it. Okay? Because their hair is not so bulky, condensed. So what you need to do is have something that will get the product through and the sebum through your hair. So the bulkiness still looks sultry. Like the 3A, 4A people here. Their hair still looks sultry, even though it's flatter. Your hair will look sultry, even though it's condensed and bulkier, if you put the stuff in while your hair is wet. Yo, I need a whole course on this. So, you're going to wet your hair, and then you're going to put the grease in, a little bit on your head. But you cannot get all the micro strands that's condensed and compacted if you don't have the comb to do it. Some of y'all are like, I did put grease and water in my damn hair, and this shit still don't look sultry. Okay. You're not using the right comb. They can use a wide tooth comb or a little flat comb. They can. Their hair is flat. Flat go with flat. Flat go with flat. Okay? You cannot use flat combs. You cannot use those little basic flat combs unless you're porting super thin parts to get the product through. So stop using their flat combs thinking you're going to get that shit through. That's not happening. That's not happening. Flat combs are for parting on your hair. That's what they're here. That's fair. You are brush, baby. Did you know that 4C hair is brush hair? I know it's hard to believe. You're like, oh, hell no. My hair are going to break out. No, it's not, baby. Not if there's oil and water, not if there's grease and water in here when you're brushing. It's not breaking. It's not breaking. So get you a double layer brush, a 2 to 3 row brush, because you're getting 2 rows of hair per pore than the 3A people. The 3A people, they got 1 row of hair coming out their pores. You got 2, 3 coming out each pore. You got 2, 3 rows of hair coming out of each hair pore. That means you have to use a brush. Okay. You need somebody like, oh, I had an aha moment. Our ancestors knew this, y'all. They knew this. Do you know let me tell y'all, the white slave masters threw away some of our tools so we would never know. We used the 3-row seashell comb. It was a 3-row. They would get the thick shells out the ocean. They would make 3 rows. 3 rows. 3 rows. Our ancestors did this. How come you can't find that comb nowhere? Because they did not want us to get glorious thick hair, sultry thick hair. Because then we won't chase their flat hair. See, we won't chase their flat hair then. So they made sure that some of the stuff they found in those pyramids, the 3-row seashell combs, the fatty gels, the gels with the fat in it, they got rid of it, y'all. You can't even find it in the museums. You can't even find it. They did that on purpose. They wanted you to chase flat hair, 1 row here, so that to empower their position of dominating the American land and Egyptian land. Okay? I can't. People be like, oh, Miss V gonna disappear. If I keep on running my mouth, they gonna get rid of me. They're gonna get rid of me. I'm gonna tell y'all, if I keep, because I didn't already been stalked, y'all. I didn't have people slow down, look at their cars, look at my crib. I didn't got hate mail. I can't even tell y'all the truth, but so much. Do y'all know I get hate mail? There's people in society that want me to shut up. They triggered that I'm telling y'all the truth. But come on, they can come for me if they want to. I got something for the people. They can come in here if they want to. They can come in if they want to, because there's something in every room. There's something in here. And y'all know what I'm talking about. There's something in here. There's something in there. There's something in every room. So every room I'm protected. They can come on in. I ain't gonna shut up. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Your hair is not bad hair. Your hair is unmoisturized hair. It's not bad hair. It's not even coarse. It's not even like but it's not low grade hair. It's unmoisturized hair, and it's in the wrong climate. Your hair is used to being in a humid climate, a humid, sweaty climate, so that you can get a ridiculous amount of running sebum, where the sebum is running so much on your head that your 4C hair just gets the sultriness from it, because it's just so damn hot where you at. Okay. So what I'm telling you, you live in places where it's very humid. Your ancestors were living where they were sweating from head to toe all day long. So they didn't have to worry about the hair not being moisturized all day. That grease and water, that sebum was running through that hair. And it was a lot of it. So much of it that when they would brush their hair, they didn't even have to reseal every day. They would just be like, woo, child. You know, it's a whole lot in it. Yeah, they don't like the truth, y'all. When the tombs were raided, when the African tombs, the Black Pharaoh's tombs were raided, there were certain things that was removed so that we would never know, so that we would have self-hate. They wanted us to have self-hate. They wanted us to not know how to make those reds those red type of lipstick and red makeup that the pharaohs was able to make. They didn't want us to know the recipes for that. That's why so many black people say I can't find. I see Egyptians, old Egyptians with a color red on that I can't find out here, cause the white invaders threw that away. They don't want you to figure out how to make that makeup that enhances your personal ebony tones. They don't want you to figure out that recipe. They want you to keep wearing those reds and those shades that's for the white women. They want you to look like that where you're almost, oh, you're still kind of like trying to be like them. So they want you to be in that energy. So the thing is, if I had really bad skin, and not bad, just damaged, really damaged skin, or skin that was broken out by acne and all of that, just a lot of scars, and I went to wear foundation, I would not buy nothing over the counter. I would not buy nothing but a mineral powder. If I went to put foundation on my face, I would wear a mineral base foundation. This way, the gold parts of that mineral allows there's space between the glitter, so it allows my tones, my red hues, ebony red, British brown skin to come through. Even if you're dark skin, it'll come through the mineral foundation. Now, there's only one exception. Is if you custom make the cake foundation. It needs to be custom made. You would have to go to like Macy's and tell their makeup artist to make your foundation right in front of you. She's going to be blending and blending all the different reds, blending all the different shades right there in front of you. And then she's going to blend it and see, and then she's going to keep on blending until it matches this part of your skin. Okay, this part of your skin and this part. Okay, this is the part that doesn't get a lot of sun right here. That's the part that don't get a lot of sun, and this part right here. But this is your real unbaked complexion. So basically, if you're an outdoor person all the time and you're black, you definitely should get your foundation homemade for you when you are well tanned, since you're outdoors all the time. But if you're an indoor black person, you're in all the time, then you get your foundation made when you're untanned. Okay? The neck here, see this doesn't get a lot of sun. So you want to make sure that when they're making your foundation, it still matches this part, still matches the neck underneath. Still matches this. Okay? Like I said, if you don't get the foundation homemade for you, you need a mineral foundation. Bare Essentials have a wonderful mineral line, and it's literally made for our skin tones, and our skin color. So Bare Essentials, they upped the price because they realized they were selling it too cheap to us. So now if you went to get Bare Essentials mineral foundation, and you cannot tell you're wearing it because it has spaces in the minerals so your regular skin can shine through. So no one can tell that you're wearing it. It's impossible. Y'all, I didn't buy it. I'm going to buy some and show y'all what it do. I'm going to buy some and do it. No one can tell. Literally, y'all. Now, if you are ebony and you're wearing skin, we're going into skin. I'm going to get back to here in a minute. If you have ebony tones to you, I don't care if you're light skin, your moisturizers needs to be dark moisturizers. It needs to be dark. I know y'all like, but I love my vanilla cream. No, sis. No, sister. No, friend. No, fellow black woman. No. Darker the berry. Darker the merrier. You have to get darker scents, darker perfumes, darker creams. Dark. Okay? So, when you go to Bath and Body Works and you're like, yeah, I'm getting me a body moisturizer, you don't go to the light ones. You don't go to the ones with the white, silver, light purple jars. None of those. None of those. You are brown skin, especially if you're brown skin or dark skin. You go to the brown dark side. That's where you go. You go get the ones that got the black jars, the dark purple jars, the dark red jars, the dark blue jars. Those are the jars that you get. If the jars ain't that color, it's not for you. Okay, this is the realest top. And you want to get a cream that actually has minerals in it. Africa is known for their minerals and their gems. So you need to celebrate mineral-based creams. I'm going to show y'all. I'll be right back. This here. See this here? See how that says into the night? See that jar? That jar dark, right? It's dark. Okay. Cocoa. Let's get in all the ingredients, y'all. Seed butter, which would be brown. See, that's cocoa and seed is in here. My eyes is not the best. Fermented root. See how it says root? Root. Aloe. Aloe, if you ever look on the outside of aloe, the leaf is green, so you can still use aloe. Beet. Beet is red, right? Ain't beets red? Beetroot. Shea butter is in here. Okay. So this is green and brown. It's greens, brown, copper. It says copper in here. I guess that's the minerals that they're using. Okay. You want to go with darker scents. If you are brown skin or dark skin, you should always stick with the darker scents. See how that kind of looks? It doesn't look quite light. It's not that light. It's not like white cream. It's not Avon cream. It's not Avon light. Now, there is an Avon cream you could use, and it's called Winter Soft. Okay, it actually has, I think, blue and grape in it. So you could wear that if you're brown skin. But notice how this looks goldy. See, it's kind of gold. Now, I didn't already kind of pre-scrubbed my face, but I will scrub it again. And give me a minute, y'all. I'm going to just do a quick little scrub again and put it on so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Also, if you like rose oil, you don't use white rose. You use red rose. Black people use red roses. White people use white roses. White people use white linen. We use red linen. Or purple or gold linen. And that goes for the products too. A lot of y'all always complimenting me on my skin, but I'm telling y'all what I'm doing here. Okay. So what I did was I just did a quick wash. So I washed my face with lavender. Since lavender is wonderful, detoxing. Lavender is a powerful cleanser. So when my face feels real oily, I will wash my face with lavender. If you could use lavender to clean your house, to clean your kitchen and clean tables, you could use lavender for your face. For real. Now, lavender, like I said, it's a deep cleanser, so you're definitely going to have to use a moisturizer after you wash your face with lavender. Okay. So I just did a quick wash of my face with using lavender. Now, and of course, I could still do the same thing I do for my hair. I could do it for my face. I could put tea tree oil on my face and then the cream, or the cream and then the oil. So we'll put the oil on last, since the oil helps the face to shine. Okay. So if I have a little bit left on me, I just put it on my arm. See, look. There it is. Right on the arm. Whatever's left on my hand, It just goes right on my arms. Like this. Now, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm going to get the tea tree oil and the argan oil. Give me a second, y'all. I'll get to some of y'all questions. So, the tea tree oil is going to go on before the argan oil, because the tea tree oil is going to act as a protectant against acne. So I'm going to put the tea tree oil on first. Now, can y'all see the glitter on my hand? See the glitter? The glitter that came off of that. The minerals that's in this. See it? Do y'all see that little shimmers? The shimmeries? Now I got a little bit of tea tree oil on my hand. The tea tree oil. Now I could have put the tea tree oil on first, if y'all want to do it that way. But I did not know until recently that my part of my destiny is for beauty care. I wish I had known that. I would have been starting my own business. Okay, so there we have that. There's the tea tree oil. Now I'm going to put a little bit of the argan oil on. This is not going to break my face out. I have the tea tree oil on and I pre-scrubbed it. The argan oil is going to give a shine and softness to my face. Now, I know some of y'all saying, that looks oily. In African Egyptian times, the women would oil their body really good, okay? They actually didn't let nobody touch them but their husbands and their family members. So it really didn't matter if they had oil on their skin. Indian people oil their skin. So you could do this. Okay. Hi, everybody. There it is. Okay. Now, what this goes for also what you put on your lips, the darker shades, okay? Oh, thank you very much. I used, some of y'all gonna be like, what? This is gonna sound conceited, and I don't care. I actually used rose oil on my face for like 10 years straight. So that's another reason why my skin looks great. I literally do not allow my skin to be dry long. You know, some people go days dry. I don't do that. I don't do that, y'all. I don't let my face be dry for days. I literally will be like, woo, child, moisturizer. So, but I actually have, like, this is how I deal with, one thing I found out is that if you have anxiety, it's probably because you need self-care. This is deep, y'all. So if you get anxiety or restlessness, it's I consider that like a little sign from God that God wants you to do something for yourself. Yeah. So what I do is, as soon as I feel like I don't know what to do, I'm bored, anxiety, I feel so stressed, I don't even know what to do, panic attack, I already know I got to do some self-care. And you can never over moisturize. You can never over moisturize, y'all. The body is so thirsty, it's not even funny. So you can always bust out your moisturizer and start moisturizing your body down. There's a lady on YouTube, she has a viral video, and she looks so like young. And she's like in her 60s, and she looks like she's in her 30s, but she says she's addicted to moisturizing herself. So, and she says that every day she literally does this scrub routine where she gets rid of all the dead skin off her body, and then she re-moisturizes. And she said it's like therapy for her. It's therapy for her mental health. You know how when some people get their nails done all the time. And y'all, I used to have really beautiful nails. Like, my nails used to be like this. My daughter's nails is like this. Y'all, my daughter's nails is gorgeous. Her real nails is like out there. But I'm going to get back into doing my nails too. I'm currently taking a vitamin now that will grow my nails back. And it's happening fast. I'm taking NAC. But I realized that when you have anxiety, and a lot of black people have a lot of anxiety, It means one or three things. Something needs to be destroyed. Yeah. Find something to destroy. Something about you needs love. Okay? Or there is somewhere you have to be. The creator wants you to go somewhere. So figure that out. Okay? Or you need to create something. Create, destroy, give to yourself, go somewhere. One of those things is going to get rid of your anxiety. And I find that self-care always does. Always does. Taking care of what you got. If you got 3 teeth in your mouth, take care of them. If you know that you still got nice skin on your face, take care of that. And if you got thick hair, your hair is shorter, but you still got hair, take care of that. So that's what I find. Something needs purged. Something needs love. You need to be somewhere, or you need to give something to yourself. And it all adds up. Do you know the more you love yourself, the more you love yourself? That's deep. The more you love yourself, the more you'll love yourself. The more often you'll love yourself, the more it will become natural to do. You'll love yourself without trying or thinking or planning, or you'll just love yourself by instincts. You'll be loving yourself in front of people and not even notice that you're doing it. I do it. I'll be talking to somebody, I'll just go, I'll just start dusting myself off and stuff. Or I'll pick up a mirror and be like, I'm not like thinking of doing that to make somebody think that I think I'm all that. I'm just doing it naturally because it becomes a habit. And do you know when you make it a habit to spoil yourself, literally spoil yourself at least one time a day, and you make it a habit, the creator, the world must love you. When you love yourself, the world must love you. You're going to get love. So you don't have to chase love for other people. You just have to chase love for yourself. You don't have to chase no other race's hair texture or nothing. You have to chase the love that you can give to your own culture, of your own genetics. And the only reason why you're struggling is because you don't know how. You don't know how. So you have to talk to us old women. Oh, you old, Miss B. Okay, but I still got the answers, baby. I still got the answers. Oh, you auntie. All right. My auntie got a young buck, so I can give you the answers. All right. So, as I said, getting back to hair. You don't got bad hair. You have channel, and it's not getting the treatment it's supposed to get. It's not in the style. Do you know that certain hairs thrive in certain styles? So if your hair is struggling, okay, if you're losing thickness, if you're not getting growth, if you're getting too much shedding, the very first thing you look at is the fact, are you eating what your hair needs to eat? Are you putting it in the style that it likes to be in? You know how you find out whether if it likes to be in that style? It's if your hair stops shedding. If it stops shedding, if you find that your growth starts to speed up, your hair starts to speed up, then it's in the style that is a part of the history of its existence. Okay? White women's hair grow when they do the big roller sets because that's their culture. That's their culture from the early 1900s when the Titanic sunk. They were using cloth, okay, to roll their hair. That's their culture. And they're staying in their lane. They're staying in their lane. Stay in yours. They're combing their hair down because their hair grows down. They're wearing their hair down because their hair grows down. They're leaving their hair straight because their hair grows straight. It comes out of their scalp straight. I'm talking about the straight hair women. They're using straight combs because their hair grows straight. They're using one row combs because they get one row of hair per pour. Y'all, this is the truth. Hi, everybody. I'm going to go. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this. And I'm going to talk to y'all about something else about our hair. And a lot of y'all need to know. Let me get this comb for y'all. Another thing is, some of y'all think y'all getting the dead hair out. You're not. You're not getting no dead hair out. You're not getting enough dead hair out of your hair unless you're using this. See this 2-row? This is a 3-row brush comb. See this? So after you detangle your hair, whether with your hands or something else, in order to get all the little dead hair that's trapped in there. See, some of y'all say, I have real coarse, nappy hair. No, you have hair with dead hair stuck in there. That's what you got. You got broken ends. Your hair has broken ends, jagged ends, and you have dead hair trapped in the rows of the living hair. Once you get that dead hair out of there and you get those ends from being so ragged, you'll be like, oh, my hair, it's not bad hair. And then once you are able to get the moisture through the rows, all the way through all the rows coming out of each pore, you'll notice that your hair is sultry. It's still thick, but it looks gorgeous because it's thick and sultry. So stop trying to use just the 1-row comb to get the product through. You need to use this. Now they make ones that got more rows, but I find 3 rows is about the actual width for each pore of hair. So when I put this product through, it's going through every little strand, every micro strand is getting that moisturizer. Okay? All right. My hair is gorgeous too. My hair is gorgeous. This is some gorgeous hair. Thick, nice and thick. I want us black people to say to each other, you have gorgeous, thick hair. You have beautiful. When are we going to say that? Like, why do we always say hair is gorgeous when it's 3A? I'm trying to understand why we say that. Like, is our minds that far gone? Like, we don't see strength. We don't see gorgeousness and thickness. Oh, it's only gorgeous if your booty's thick. It's only gorgeous if your nails are thick. It's only gorgeous if your lips are thick. That don't even make no sense. So you're nitpicking over the thickness that God gave you. I want this thickness, God, but not that one. So you want the black woman's body, but you want the white woman's head. That sounds like insanity. That sounds like insanity. It sounds like you trying to be transgenetic. Okay? And go right ahead. If you try to be transgenetic, don't you be talking about transgenders out here. If you transgenetic, don't say nothing about the LGBT community. You can't speak on it. You can't speak on it. y'all, y'all. So many times I wear my hair in a two-strand twist when it's hanging, and people on the channel be like, "You got gorgeous hair." I'm like, "Okay, you transgenetic. You want waterfall hair. You don't want thick, bulky hair. You try to get rid of them genetics. You want hanging Cabbage Patch doll, silk Cabbage Patch doll hair when it hangs. So you want to look East Indian and black at the same time. Oh, child, that's what you want to look like. You want to look. You want to look Indian, like Indian people with their hair wet. You want to look like that, but you want the black woman's body. Wow. If you're going to throw away your thick hair, throw away your thick butt too. I get so shocked how black people are shopping for the energy of everybody. Like, I'm not saying we all doing it, but come on now. A lot of us are shopping. I want what's working for the white woman. I want what's working for the Indian woman. I want child. You try to be multi-transgenetic. You try to be you try to be multi-transgenetic. But I bet you any money, if you knew they was going to go bald, they was going to get powdered baldness in their 50s, you would be running back to that 4C hair. So 4C hair is only the hair that you want when you're going bald. I want my hair to grow back in thick. I want thick hair to grow because my hair is too thin. Oh, now you want 4C. Now you want 4C. Y'all, I got a little wake-up call for some of the black women who want to bite your tongue when you see 4C thick hair. A lot of the people with money, they're not chasing you because you got transgenetic hair. A lot of these people that own properties, money men with money, they actually like your 4C hair. Your self-hate is in your mind. Your self-hate being necessary, that's in your mind. It's delusional. It's straight up delusional. I can't begin to tell y'all how many wealthy, rich men. We're talking about owning beach homes. We're talking about owning expensive restaurants. How many of them wanted to talk to me, ask for my number when I was walking around with my 4C here. Yeah. Even now, I have people of other cultures. Notice I said other cultures. Smiling ear to ear and thirsty energy while I'm walking around with 4C here. Stop chasing self-hate in black people, because then you got to be a self-hater to get them. Woo, child. That quote, that comment just hit me so hard in my head. If you chasing people that got self-hate in the black community, you're going to have to do self-hate. Don't blame it on nobody else. Don't blame it on the white man. You got self-hate because you're chasing people who got self-hate. Blame it on yourself. Because I done got good jobs wearing my hair as 4C. I don't know where this came from, where it's like, oh, you can't get a job 4C. Yes, you can. You can get a job 4C when your 4C hair is healthy, when your 4C hair is combed, when your 4C hair is not raggedy, when your 4C... I'm going to close this video out. I'm going to finish the video real quick. The employers, they do not want raggedy 4C hair. They don't want raggedy looking locks that's all broken out, that's hanging with dirt and dust in them. These employers do not care about your hair unless it looks unhealthy and unkept. They're about their money. Okay? So saying you can't get a job with locks, no, you can't get a job with trifling looking locks. I got a really good job and my hair was in locks. And I was paid bonuses, I was promoted and everything. Working at a bank and I had locks. They was just well kept. I went to my lock. All right, thanks for watching everybody. Y'all know my weekend video. All right, thanks for watching everybody. Y'all know my weekend videos are unfiltered. If you'd like to send a donation, you can send a donation to my Cash App at money sign Coach B Hunter. Thank you for all the donations, y'all. I will see y'all on my other channels. Okay, I will do videos every weekend on this channel, but that's it. I don't want to do no daytime videos on this channel no more. I don't like the negative energy to be coming through. So during the week, just so y'all keep this channel, I'll be doing some evening and night videos. And during the weekends, I'll do daylight videos. Just so y'all don't lose the channel. But I'm really trying to put my energy into my new lifestyle channel. That's where I'm trying to put a lot of my stuff. I'll talk about why every black person needs a lifestyle channel. I'm gonna talk about that later today. So look for my other live video I'm doing today on this channel, talking to y'all about if you are a minority or if you are a black person, period, or African American, you need a YouTube lifestyle channel. Okay, look for that upcoming live video that I should be doing this afternoon. All right, once again, thanks again, and thank you for any donations you may send. Bye, everybody. Bye.